A Gentleman Games podcast.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Room and Bard, a Bard Punk D&D podcast following a group of punks on their first cross-country tour. I'm James, your Dungeon Master. Joining me today, we have Bron Vito playing,
Wylee Coyote, Adenak's newest child murderer.
And Tyler playing,
Judge, choo-choo, motherfuckers.
and Chelsea playing.
Mercury Stardust. I'm definitely not drunk enough for this shit.
All right, let's just jump into it.
Let's just judge into it.
Let's just choo-choo.
All aboard the train!
So I'm pretty sure I stop right outside the gates.
Hold up. There's still the flashback.
He has to do last time.
What happened last time?
No.
Last time on Room and Bard. Oh no! Judge has fallen asleep! I'm a train! Choo-choo! Hey, what's 8-inch doing?
God, I love these English dubs.
Oh boy! Here we go! Well, folks, I'm here to sell you some new cutting knives and hatchets. Run them over and get them off my road, woman. Wait a minute. Retcon! Run them over! I'm Wylee this time! Let's kill him!
This is perfect.
Oh, did we level up that episode? Oh, we all leveled up. Yeah, Mercury, I'm drunk. All right. Oh, is that Miresport? What's on fire? We joined the party back at the front gates of Miresport.
Can they
in the
all
distance,
please
there's
be
a
like that?
bonfire
I drive
burning in the
into a
middle of the
swamp.
town.
Can they please be all that? That was amazing.
God, that was the perfectest. All right, so the three of us will leave. James will do this podcast himself.
It's a one-man show now.
Way better.
That's why I get paid the big bucks. My water's empty. My water's empty. I can't live the jug life if I have no jugs filled with water.
God, you're such a juggalo.
Oh, shit.
Why'd you get up as we're getting into the podcast, you fucking idiot?
You were just yelling at us for not being able to get started.
We join the party as they approach on the back of Judge in train form at the gates of Miresport
Of hell.
on the last day they have before their show starts. An uneventful journey, aside from the murdering of small children and their
They deserved
family
it.
and relatives. They reach Miresport seeing a large bonfire or some sort of object on fire in the center of town. Smoke fills the air with acrid scents and ash as the townsfolk are wailing and crying in the distance.
Where's Plinius Chapel? Is it the center of town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
I have goddamn paintings in that place.
Excuse you.
I
Professor
am-
Fluffykins
I
is
am
there. I
charging
left
through
him
the
with.
gates. Judge form.
Judge form?
No,
Or train
train form. Optimus Judge.
I'm on. Wylee is on top of.
Joptimus.
Optimus
the
Judge.
Joptimus Prime.
Judgment Lime.
Dude, it should just be Judgimus Prime.
Judgimus Prime.
Judgment Wime. Crime. No, Judgment Crime. Can't have
Judgment's
crime in
crime.
there because that's also.
Yeah, you can.
Nah,
Freedom
Judgment's
crime, dude.
Oh, here's the
Judgment's
thing: is
crime.
if you do include
Judge
that in
and
my
crime.
name, I do have a trailer full of weapons and space equipment. I think.
And a sword with magic powers and of Merlin.
And this object that says atomic bomb, whatever that is.
Some kind of null spark.
No, it's an all ash. Or what's the
all
different?
sparkle.
Yeah.
Oh God!
It's an all Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah, all Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah.
You have a My Little Pony in your chest.
No, not a My Little Pony. A currently owned small equestrian.
That is not purple.
I die of heart
But
failure.
fuchsia.
or violet.
Or violet.
And
Fuchsia.
it doesn't
I like
have
fuchsia.
stars on its butt. It's got pentagrams.
I'm gonna look up new ways
it
you can
doesn't have a-
spontaneously die.
It doesn't have a horn. It has a spiral.
Yeah. It's
A spiral cone. It's a spiral cone.
Well, because she's a spiracorn.
yeah, she's a spiral cone.
Yeah, spiracorn. All right. So you burst through the gates of the town. Wood splinters everywhere. The gates kind of partially crumble at the top as they are covered in lichen, moss, and rot. They've been... Hey, you activated our trap
joke
card.
every single time.
Yes. And immediately after I said that, I'm like, I'm derailing the story right now.
It's the lich.
You're derailing while being on a rail. It's crazy. I don't know
He's
how
not
you
on
do
a
it.
rail, though.
Yeah,
He's
I
going
know.
off the rails on a
He was
crazy
made
train.
for derailing. Going off the rails on a crazy judge.
But Wylee is on top of Judge. Like,
Well,
just
you're
standing
covered
there,
in wood and splinters.
Yeah.
What was that? Was he trying to take a dump and he was constipated?
He just jizzed and shit at the same time.
Yeah. No, he's just very upset because Professor Fluffykins is in there.
Who is?
Professor Fluffykins, his
Oh,
cat,
yeah.
his kitty cat.
I thought you said Bethesda Fluffy Kittens, and I'm like, oh, we're going to take our anger out on
No.
Bethesda today, too, I see.
Professor Fluffykins.
All right.
Bethesda.
Do you remember what? If he was an orange tabby, wasn't he, or was he?
He was a
fucking
cat.
remembers?
He was a cat, yeah.
What I
we
kind
didn't.
of
He's
remember
dead.
from
He is
literally
not
8
dead.
months ago.
Well, I wonder how long it would have taken us to get back to Miresport if we didn't go off topic every 13 seconds while
I drive
recording.
into the swamp.
Back into the You turn around after you blow up the gate. Townspeople are wailing and screaming. They're looking at you, and they just see this strange machination they've never seen before go choo-choo and go head first into a swamp as a bird and a cat stand on top of it and bells ding. It sinks slowly into the miry murk below, blowing gas bubbles out, and then the swamp catches on fire from from your My Little all sparkle Twilight exploding.
And then I detonate my nuke.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have a nuke in your chest.
Yeah.
That I didn't tell any of you about yet.
I said atomic bomb.
Yeah, the atomic bomb.
Yeah, but you guys saying it doesn't make it canon. Tyler or me saying it makes it canon. Just kidding.
So trying to say whatever it's.
I turn into a train. Okay.
Listen, I have been extremely reserved. I have been.
Are you going to turn into a jet next?
Just you wait.
Maybe when he levels up. Level 7. Jet transformations.
That's how we get
Listen,
to the college.
Jet is thinking small.
He's going to be an aircraft carrier.
How did you grow in size? Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna be a space aircraft carrier.
That would be a spacecraft carrier.
Yeah, I guess
There's no air in space.
because we're carrying spacecrafts, I guess. Scarface.
All right, you burst through the wall, or not the wall,
Door.
the gate of the town. Wood
Letting
splinters
zombies
everywhere.
in.
Well,
Oops.
we didn't see any zombies though.
I'll just back up. What sound do trains make when they back up?
Ding!
Unchugga chugga, unchugga chugga, unchugga chugga.
Ook! Instead of choo choo, it's ooh ch ooh ch ooh ch ooh ch.
It's hook.
The townspeople that are nearest to you that aren't wailing and in this group all fearfully look towards assuming another zombie attack, and they start screaming "Town Guard."
What time is it?
It is evening, I believe, is when you guys got back here.
Cool. And you said this is the night of our...
This is the night of your show.
Why are you guys not playing music right now?
Because you're a fucking train.
Can we totally just jump off Judge, like, ready to play, and just start fucking rocking out?
I feel like Judge right now is in a parade and you guys are on a float playing, like when the Jamaican drum float comes by in the parade, like ding 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 boom.
I mean,
No,
we
we're
do have
playing
Wilbur.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, going off the rails on a
Crazy
crazy train.
Going off the rails and a crazy Judge.
Yeah, can we just start playing?
Yeah, roll your
Okay.
performance checks.
Performance check.
You guys are making
Maybe
a.
I'm tooting
Mother
along.
trucker?
I'm assuming you're tooting, and
Well, I got a 7.
Nat 20.
Gloppy is.
21.
Gloppy's playing her triangle quite well.
I got a 26, nat 20.
Whistling
21,
Pete
not
and
nat
Shit
20.
and Thomas are playing the xylophone.
Xylobones.
Xylobones.
Yeah.
Um,
Wilbur.
Shit and Pete, Shit and Thomas is having a bit of a hard time playing.
no, Shit and
He's trying to
Thomas.
whistle, and it's not working. He's just like, hey, folks, I can whistle. and he
then
can't
he's
keep...
drowned out by just because I got a 9. So instead of playing good, I'm just drowning out the bad people.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got Wilbur, who's on like a 360-degree drum kit. He snuck onto the back of Judge somehow, and he's just like, just going like crazy drums, like in the middle of your guys' song.
Well, I don't want that to end. So should I make a new character?
You just have control of Wilbur. No, I'm just kidding. And you guys burst into town, and the crying and the wailing starts to stop. And as you're looking, you
We
see
praise all the dead guard. I'm just kidding.
you see Polinia wearing her same white and gold robes, but they are covered in red.
Is it indeed the chapel that's...
It is not. The fire that you guys saw is a
It's
massive...
just that door house?
just a pile of doors. We're having a fire sale. I'm cleaning my stock.
It's actually a great day in the town.
You know, everybody come down and get good deals. You get a good deal and I get burned, but that's why they call me Bernie the door salesman.
Lydia's just on her period. Don't worry about it.
Everybody's bleeding. Polinia is coming towards you, and you just see her drenched in blood. And the fire is this massive funeral pyre that they've made that is made out of like rattan and wood, and it
Say it again?
rattan and wood.
I don't know. I actually don't know what word you're saying.
Rattan. It's like
Never heard it before.
Have you ever had like a wicker rattan chair?
It's
Wicked
like
Rattan.
it's like Catan, the
Yeah.
board game, but with
But
an R.
it's wood instead
yeah,
of a board
so
game.
that's why I said R instead of a C. Get C for board game, R for wood.
Never heard the word before.
Yeah, the original Latin word for wood started with a Latin R.
Yeah,
But board game was always Catan was always in Latin. It started
That's
with a C.
Carton.
Carton is when you play Catan on top of a car in the rain because you lose a ton of pieces.
So Polinia is walking up to us.
She's walking towards you. She's covered in blood. The funeral pyre
Is
looks
she carrying
almost
a weapon or anything like
no,
that?
nothing.
Not
She
even
just-
a sweet ass staff.
She just has her tome that's chained around her waist hanging.
And remind me again, Todd. We found his journal. We found out that
I have his journal.
He was inside Bob.
Yes.
Fuck this game.
I quit.
But yeah, so he's a lost cause.
Basically.
Yeah. He's
Unless we kill the Eternal One, who can't die without the golden dagger or this heart. What do we do with that heart, by the way?
I think it's
So
in my
we have
chest.
to
It's in your chest. You Tin Manned it.
Yeah.
So we have to put the heart inside the thing because that's our other option other than stabbing it with the golden dagger is we
Yes.
can just put the heart inside of him, and if we do that, then
So
he
all we have to
becomes a
do
good
is,
guy.
since it's inside Judge just has to charge at him with a train.
Has a train into his chest.
You know what? A heart,
We have
though.
it all figured out.
What?
What did the Tin Man want?
A heart.
A heart.
That was the lion, wasn't it?
No,
No.
Lion was courage.
The Tin Man wanted a heart because he
Tin
couldn't
Man wanted
feel.
a heart, Lion wanted courage, and Straw Man
Wanted a
wanted a
brain.
brain.
So
Was it heart?
does that
Yes.
mean that Wylee needs to get a brain and Mercury needs to get courage?
I think it's the other way around.
No, Wylee has too much courage. That's why he says whatever's on his mind.
Alright, so I slowly back into
Change
humanoid.
Change former,
different than it was before.
I slowly changed former back into a humanoid with Anthony or whatever that skeleton's name was with the drum set on my neck.
Wilbur.
Wilbur.
Wilbur, who's a specter.
Spectre, not a skeleton.
Yeah, who had the 360 drum set?
That was
Wilbur.
Wilbur. The
Oh, I
Spectre.
thought you said another one of the skeletons.
No, Wilbur.
Skeletons were playing their bones.
Yeah.
They're
The
playing
Xylobones.
The Xylobones.
That's
Yeah.
that's the greatest portmanteau I've ever heard.
What?
Portmanteau I've ever heard. You know what a portmanteau is?
No.
Is that
Is it like a poor man's toe?
poor man's toe?
Portmanteau is a two words mashed together.
Oh, okay.
Fuck me.
Polinia rolls a 12 on her seduction check, and immediately disrobes and throws her butt onto your finger and turns into a cat. And oops, I slipped. She says meow 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 meow.
Let
and
me
then
roll to see if it's my vibrator finger.
and then
Oh, it is.
you change former into Gavin Free.
Perfect.
Perfect, I believe is the word you're looking for.
Yes.
My friends, you've arrived back.
Hey.
How's her makeup?
Terrible.
Does she look Let me roll a
Perception.
insight. Does she look evil or does she look bedraggled or whatever you call it?
Bedraggled.
How's it going? I mean, is it how's it?
Kid,
By the way, I
Katie,
rolled a
she pets your
19.
head.
My
Oh, that's right, you
perception
act like
or
I'm
my
not a fucking-
insight
oh.
is 0, so 19.
She looks distressed. She looks troubled. And
I'm just worried if she's been infected with evil or something.
She doesn't seem evil.
All right, time to infect her with evil.
With my dick.
He transforms his dick.
A lawful evil character.
You know,
Do you have any evil in you? No. Do you want some?
you know what?
I always ask for consent. I'm lawful evil.
You know, that explains Mercury a lot.
Right.
A lot more.
So, but she, from an insight check, does not appear to be
Yeah, she's not.
tainted.
She doesn't look tainted or anything.
Why
She
is
looks
she
like she's
covered in
been
blood?
crying.
Crying blood.
Why would you cry blood?
You missed a lot while you weren't here.
Oh shit.
We did what we could. We held them off as long as we could, but
Yeah.
What's burning?
Dead bodies, I'm guessing.
everybody that succumbed. We couldn't.
Say it again.
Everybody that succumbed.
Succumbed?
They succumbed.
She's Judge, she's had a rough
I'm about
couple
to
days.
succumb.
She's had a rough couple days. We've had rough couple days. Let's let it
Oh,
slide.
I'm about to succumb.
Can we please get more than 3 sentences before
We're
we interrupt?
standing in a burning town. Can't keep a straight face. God, we should just be murder hobos.
It'd be a lot easier of a campaign for me. And you guys drop into the world's largest dungeon. Good, no more dialogue. All right.
If you could say a word right. Succumbed. Succumbed, James.
Everybody who succumbed to what?
It was all of the ones who succumbed to the sickness.
What
We couldn't
sickness?
let them go out into the woods and
Did they get down with the sickness?
I smushed Wylee into the ground.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. It was right there. It was a low-hanging fruit.
There was a sickness?
It's a low-hanging fruit.
I couldn't.
What sickness?
I'm guessing
The
zombie
zombie
sickness.
sickness? Yeah.
Yeah, but we never discussed that before when we were here last time.
Well, I'm assuming that
This
zombies
was a-
killed people and then they became zombies. You call that a sickness?
Or they got bitten by
Well,
zombies
I would
and
call
became
that-
zombies.
We were calling it like an infection before.
No, we just called it zombies.
That's true.
Hey, Polinia, have
Yes?
you seen this big, crystal monster?
no.
It wasn't a crystal. It was just black. It's just
That's
like a
racist.
giant.
Big.
It was just
Black
a giant black
monster.
blob. Like that's pretty much what it was.
Greyhound, will you come handle these three?
I'm pretty sure it turned into like a dragon.
I have to
Possibly.
get
don't
back to the
remember.
funeral rites, and they're frustrating me. We'll
How
talk.
about the funeral lifts?
She walks away.
Did you see that he's a train?
I sit there on my knees, let him decapitate me, but he just
Greyhound
breaks
walks
his
over.
sword on me because I'm fucking a train.
No, you
fucking a
transform.
train.
You
I am
transform.
a
You're
train.
not a train anymore.
But he's fucking a train.
choo choo. Ooh.
This is a bad game.
I'm just gonna turn off the podcast. We shouldn't be recording right now.
I was actually thinking as we were driving over here, as I was driving over, I was like, maybe we should play Cards Against Humanity first to get all this bullshit out of the way.
we do need one.
All right,
game.
I'm Captain Greyhound.
That's not it. Remember, Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Right.
Yep.
I need to put a note next to him.
Don't you have that sheet?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that sheet that had all. You're like, oh, I love it. I can name all my accents and all that.
Mr.
What happened to
Mr.
it?
Greyhound, we've been infected by laughing gas.
We can't
Please,
stop.
we can't help it. Please cure us.
I can't believe you're all alive.
This is
I
Morgan.
don't
This is
think that-
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I don't think that's him, but whatever. Let's just roll with
Yeah.
it. We're rolling with it.
Wait.
Good news, bad news.
Why can't you believe we're alive?
No one's come back from there alive yet.
Yeah, good news, bad news.
'Cause it's
we
a fucking
fixed
party
the temple.
hall. Yeah, we
it's,
did.
our temple now. That's
Yep.
good news. Bad news.
I don't think that's good news. Does that mean there's going to be more of you?
No.
Just
Maybe.
people who learn
haven't
from
There's only
sex
us.
one
yet.
Wylee. There's only one Wylee.
Just
Right, as of now. Wait until I meet another
And the
female.
world is blessed because of only one.
Just all the new bards that'll come about from this point on
Oh.
will be trained in by us.
More
But,
of your kind.
Have you seen?
Bad news.
Wait,
Bad news. Bad
wait.
news.
Have you seen
Why are all of you
Billy?
so ADD today?
Billy?
I'm sober, that's why.
Billy was our manager.
Yeah, Billy.
I
Have
get
you
so
seen
much
Billy
shit
the
done.
Goblin?
Goblin tried getting into town earlier this
Oh
week.
fuck! What happened?
Well, we slayed him.
What?
Did he have a top hat? He had a top hat, didn't he?
Yes,
What? You killed her?
He was our fucking manager guy, man.
you're managed by goblins. This explains quite a
No,
bit.
just one goblin.
One goblin.
Did you
and
even
Billy.
talk to him?
It's a goblin. What talking is he going to do other than...
He does a lot
Very-
of talking. He
very
was very
smooth
sophisticated.
He was a smooth talker, man. He was awesome.
I feel like you're a racist piece of shit.
Yeah, I believe it. We should just kill him for being a racist piece of shit.
We should
He
not
draws
kill
a
him.
sword.
Meow.
Good kitty. Know your place.
Oh. Ooh.
Wait. So
Judge,
you
hold
just-
me back.
you
Hold
just-
me back, Judge.
you
Judge,
just-
hold me back.
I grab him
Yeah. What are you gonna do? He's holding me back.
Ooh.
and I put my hand over his mouth.
Meow. Oh, my.
Did you just? You
Why did you go
killed
George
a
Takei?
goblin for being a goblin?
Yeah.
Why didn't you kill me for being a rock monster and a train?
What's a train?
That's
Exactly.
what he is.
I don't know what you are.
Choo
Oh,
choo,
why did you kill me?
motherfucker.
So why did you just kill me?
Because you've never caused problems for our town.
Have I
Goblins
not?
have.
I mean, you guys
Well,
really
I suppose
don't like
that
us.
does remain to be seen. What was this
All
bad
three of
news?
us have.
Oh,
Todd-
right.
And yet
dead.
you killed a goblin
No,
for
no,
no
shh.
reason.
What?
That's
He
only
was
for
very
Paulina to
sharp
know.
dressing,
Shut up.
was he not?
Stolen, obviously.
Show me his body.
He's not in town gates. We don't bring the diseased filth
Where did
of
you kill him?
goblins. Front gate. You'll find him desecrated.
I dead arm him.
It's like, ooh. Walk past him.
I walk back to wherever he said Billy's body is.
Okay.
Holding the scruff of Wylee.
You walk out of the front gates. The guards open the gate for you. It's still mostly just like spiked palisades with a little bit of like a door there.
This is not the same gate that I
Not the same one you
smashed
just
through.
broke. Oh, and as you're walking away, I hope you're planning on paying or repairing that
Fuck
gate.
you.
Yeah, I'm scruffing you. You can't talk. I honestly don't know after if this is true.
You go to the front gate. You look out of the front gates, and there are bodies everywhere. Last time you saw the zombies, they kind of sunk back into the ground, or they slunked away. They were pulled down by Polinia's roots and stuff. That's not the case this time. There are what you can see are obviously not zombied bodies, and there are what you can see definitely were zombies. There's tons of people in red robes, and there's children everywhere. As you're digging through it,
They all carrying special axes with price tags on them.
no,
Please, just an undead army of those salesmen.
but you see armored folk, you see commoners, you see people who are wearing nothing more than sackcloth, you see people in red robes, people in white robes, and you see a scrap of black cloth underneath the body of what looks like a half giant.
So I'm gonna cast dancing lights, but essentially what it's gonna be is Judge is gonna like flare up his pipes or whatever, his exhaust ports, and that's gonna cause sparks or whatever to light up the area.
Okay.
And then I want to look for Billy's corpse.
Okay.
Yeah, Wylee will help with that.
I rolled a fucking 1. I sink into the swamp.
I'm gonna help too.
You roll
Billy
over a
man.
hobgoblin.
Can I get advantage because I use a cantrip?
Would this be perception or investigation?
Investigation is like the physical manipulation of something. Perception is like sight, smell, taste, hear.
Okay,
I would
so
say we're
got a
doing
14.
investigation.
Yeah.
I got
That
7.
I got a 13.
I got a 7.
You find him, Wylee.
Oh,
Is it
no.
under the giant?
It is under what looks like a half giant. You roll it over, and it is a hobgoblin mixed with like ogre or something. It is disgusting. Its skin looks like it was sewn together in patches. Its face was ripped in half. Its body is covered in piercing wounds, blood, black ichor, and some sort of vile, bubbling purple liquid oozes out of it. And underneath it, you see the arm, torso, both legs, and part of a face of Billy.
Oh no!
Billy.
All
Who's gonna manage
separated?
us now?
Yes.
Why separated?
It looks like they were severed with a sword.
Oh, Billy.
Does Greyhound use a sword?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He has a huge ass.
Now
gold
we're not
sword.
gonna get that recording contract.
I pick up his part of his face. The one part of his face.
Is this
or whatever.
top hat still around?
Yes.
Wiley takes it.
All
What
right.
about
It's my memento of him. I now have a top
who was
hat.
the drum guy?
Drell?
Drell.
Drell. We don't. Do we happen to see Drell?
You don't see Drell.
Also,
Did we
is
find out
his-
something shady about Drell?
No, I
No.
don't think so. I think Drell's just dead somewhere on the road.
Drell actually liked us after our first show. We just kind of you
Well,
guys just
right,
kind of
but
hated
I
him.
thought something in
No,
the
you guys
temple.
didn't like him.
We found something shady about him.
No,
Okay, whatever.
not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
It was Todd we found something shady about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just shady. Sinister.
Does Billy also have his pocket watch?
Yes.
Wiley also takes that.
All right, I pick up his half of his face and walk back to Greyhound.
All right. Greyhound is standing about 15 feet behind Polinia as she's leading the town in the funeral rites of all of the people that are in this like funeral pyre. And as you look in, you can see that
Where's the funeral pyre happening?
in front of the temple or her church.
And how like tall is the flame?
It's
Are the
prob-
flames?
well, the pyre itself looks almost like they were building a watchtower type deal, and on the top is a flat area of wood with the bodies piled on top of that.
How'd they get the bodies up before they lit it on fire?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. And then underneath it is a bunch of kindling wood and a bunch of other stuff. But as you look into it, you can see that the bodies that are being burned are definitely like infected or zombie-like. And you see a few familiar faces you saw the first time you guys walked through town.
Mr. Doorman.
No.
So I'm not walking up aggressively, but I am like holding the face or whatever. But I'm walking up and say, "What kind of rite are you performing right now, and to what god?"
Pelor hears all of our prayers.
I don't think I'm actually interrupting Polinia. I'm asking Greyhound.
Pelor hears all of Polinia's prayers and is broadcasting the plight of these now cursed souls to him in exchange for forgiveness.
Have you done this before?
Small ones, yes. We've never had a situation where half of our town had to be attended to by Polinia. It's taken a strong wear on her. She's not herself right now. She's been awake for 2 days, and she's had to burn many of her friends and people she's tended to as they grew up. I assume you saw all the destruction and death out in the front of town.
I lift up Billy's half face.
Hopefully now you understand it wasn't anything personal. Monsters
Yeah.
of all sorts were attacking the town.
Did you show up too, or are you still out there?
Well, you still kind of.
Yeah.
Well, we all
I
kind of walked back.
unscuffed you.
Yeah, I know, but we
Yeah.
all kind of just walked back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I take it very personally. So,
Yeah, he was our good friend. And manager, by the way.
I had no way to tell he was a friend or foe. All I knew
I'm
is
pretty sure-
children were dying,
I'm pretty
and
sure
he
him
was
saying
in the middle
help
of it.
or help, let me in. They're trying to kill me too. Probably would help.
There
At
was
the same
nothing to let
time,
him into. We were
Billy
out
would
in front
never
of the
say
town.
that.
You don't know. He might have.
I don't blame you, but you did fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally blame you.
However, what has happened since we left?
You see all the dead out in front?
Was it worse or the same as when we first showed up?
Every attack we've had so far felt like a walk compared to this one.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have killed Billy then.
This was a race.
He wouldn't have been able to do anything.
There were so many of them, they were climbing over the walls on the bodies of the dead we had killed prior.
Didn't we figure out why this is happening?
No.
I thought it was that meteor.
Was it the meteor? Because we never found out why zombies were attacking Miresport. We just knew that Wilbur was protecting...
Hey, shit and Tom.
Let's say, hey, Wilbur,
Hey, by the way, Graham,
Whoa,
what do you
what
think
are
of
those?
this?
Hey, no.
He draws his sword.
Hey, whoa.
Put your shit down before you kill another one of my fucking friends.
They're here to help. How about
They're
an
cool.
army of undead?
They're cool. They're our new bandmates.
Yeah.
He looks really hesitant, and he kind of lowers his sword, but he keeps it drawn.
They're not
And,
evil.
Listen,
in a
if they
low
attack
guarded
you,
position.
feel free to kill them. They are the kindest people I've ever met.
We're not gonna attack you. You look like good, strong, humble people of the soil. Yeah, I'm Whistling Pete.
Yeah, see, he's my favorite. I didn't like him at first, but he grew on me.
They're very good people.
Oh, by the way, at the temple, there's a dryad. Her name's Crystal.
Don't tell him he's probably gonna go kill the rest of our fucking friends.
Dryads are good, all right?
He's just trying to protect the town.
I'll just say, if you send anybody to the temple, because, I mean, there's a lot of dead bodies there from
Do you think
the
you can
evil that wasn't
survive?
there. Just say that you came from us and they won't attack you, hopefully, and just don't attack them.
Todd was the only one who had the power to drive back droves of undead. He did it back in one of the wars.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, actually, come talk to us real quick. Away
about
from
that.
Polania.
Yeah, we need to talk to you quick.
Okay. He follows you.
Todd's dead.
Not just like dead.
How do
He's
you
Well,
know?
actually, he
How,
could.
How do you know? Did you find it?
yes.
Did you see his body?
I hand him his journal.
This is Todd's.
Yeah, it gets very, very
So,
concerning.
we walked
in there.
through this temple of
Songstruck.
Songstruck and found encased, like locked within it, this crazy evil spirit thing. That
He's called
is
the
now
Eternal One, or Bob.
released upon the world.
Might have been my fault.
And I
It was definitely your fault.
It was a team effort.
we were railroaded.
Choo choo.
And we needed some kind of big bad evil guy. And so,
You weren't up to stuff. Sorry, Greyhound. You just weren't there yet.
so that happened, and we saw Todd encased within him. And we also found this, and I opened up my chest compartment to see the heart, or I think it's called the heart.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, it was
crystal
its heart. Because it got its brain back.
Yeah.
And it took that's the thing we found, the brain.
Yeah.
And it took
a
this
meteorite that
evil
fell.
crystal. As you can, I don't know if we handed you the literature that said how to, but essentially we have to plunge the brain into the heart to destroy it.
Heart into the brain.
And I think we read something about
Then
the brain is what's causing the zombies.
well, Bob is just an asshole. So I
Yeah,
mean,
he is in general.
I'm not the one to speak to about religious matters or.
I'm talking to you from a purely militaristic standpoint of what may be causing your struggles. And I asked you a question earlier. Do you think you can actually hold out this town?
No. This
How
Well,
town.
you're all
soon-
gonna have to move.
How
This-
many days do you think you have left?
This town is doomed. If we receive another attack like we had last night,
they should probably go to
we
the temple
lost.
then, huh?
We lost half
Yeah,
of the
The temple's
population.
probably the safest place to be right now.
Half the population.
Just don't kill any dryads and shit.
Half of our town was wiped out in that last attack. This is the 6th pyre today.
When you say wiped out, do you mean killed or infected?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be.
What about
I would
Door
rather
Guy?
they would be killed than infected. Watching them change is horrifying.
And that's why you're burning them. Gotcha.
I can't let it spread to anybody else, and Polina knows that it can't spread. So we
Will
have to
Polina
burn.
leave?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to talk to her
Why-
because you guys can't stay here.
Why are they attacking the town? If every person were to leave this town, would they attack us wherever we go, or would they continue to attack this town? Do you have any idea?
Back in the War of Great Light, I was the
Do I have
head...
a flashback and go dead?
Yes, no. It doesn't seem to ring any bells for you. Back in the War of the Great Light, after the northern clans saw what they interpreted as a sign of the end, they started raiding every village in the north. Those that refused to join their ranks, they killed, and the ones that would join, they collared as slaves. The only thing I can think of now is that this is what's happening. They're either collaring people as slaves, whoever's behind the undead, and the ones that don't, they eat for sustenance in their army.
Well, I started off as kind of a good day today, kind of good to go. Now I'm just bummed.
Is
I
there
think
any
you have the
alcohol?
wrong campaign. This doesn't sound right.
I don't know who's behind the undead, but I can tell you one
The
thing.
latter.
In the last attack, the big one, there were spells.
And we saw a bunch of red robes.
There
or
was
whatever.
never spells in the past. It was mindless. It was easy to interpret. It might have been a struggle due to sheer number, but there was no command, there was no leadership. The last one felt different. They knew. And then when one would fall, the next one would use the fallen one as the weapon. They would barricade up against the wall with the dead bodies of their brethren and start crawling over. Spells were being thrown in against the gate.
By whom?
We couldn't see. It was too far out, and we couldn't stretch out away from the border. We couldn't move out from the walls of the town. They were feeding in too fast.
What kind of spells?
Strange beams of light that pierced. It'd go right through a body, 5 at a time, 4 at a time, 3 at a time. Fire. Massive explosions.
When you say a body, you mean your people or the zombies?
Both. It didn't matter what was in front of it. It would pierce straight through it, causing harm. Electricity crackled through it, through the ground. The ground started erupting in iron spikes.
Alright, so obviously we didn't find what was causing it or stop it, so they need to leave this town.
Well, maybe we did.
Bob escaped. He was obviously... He was the greatest evil that was in the temple. So...
He's a little nonchalant, wasn't he?
He's called the Eternal One and he's fucking evil. He said so himself.
He said so himself. I'm the evil BBEG in this campaign. Thanks for playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Inside this rock is my weak point.
Well, I'm gonna monologue and do. Here comes the monologue. I'm Fred Astaire too. You can only kill me by clubbing my knees out like a gangster in the 30s. Don't unionize, cause unions are run by the mob. Anyway,
With musical guests, room and board.
boobity-da, we can't play songs dooba-da-da unless we roll a 20.
Sounds like regular
Which
punk.
we usually do.
Sounds like a punk band.
Yeah.
So he left. So I don't know if the ladder's going to go after him because they're like all in cahoots. Like they're the god, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's there, pretty much they're the god. And there's that giant golden robe that we have to deal with too eventually.
Yep.
Do you think the zombies are going to stop now?
No.
Mercury's having hay fever, but she's not drunk enough.
Yeah. Do you have any alcohol?
Yeah, the tavern keeper was
Murdered?
Was
Okay, that's all I need
killed.
to know.
Mercury just walks in the tavern while he's talking.
I just walk away from the whole scene, heading straight for the tavern.
Hey,
Come
Greyhound.
back with like 2
Yeah.
bottles in my hand
No.
and like 2
Are
under
you
my
kidding?
arms.
You wouldn't come back. You would just walk to the tavern and probably just grab a bottle and sit down.
I can't move this cask. Well,
Just-
better put my
So,
bedroll down underneath the tap.
So Greyhound, since it's canon in this universe that people can turn into public transportation, would you mind transforming and we could take all these people to our temple?
I only know how to turn into long, uncomfortable bus rides.
Hey, exactly.
I mean, that'll work.
You just gotta be careful of the kids, and then we're fine.
With as many people who were taken in the last attack, we should have
You've
plenty.
been taken.
We should
You're
have.
about to be taken.
We should have plenty of carts and things to move people, but I don't know where we're gonna bring them.
How
You should probably go to the Temple of Sunstruck.
how fortifiable do we think our temple is? You guys can be hobos that turn into nipplemancers.
No, I mean, if you guys go there, it's kind of in disarray, but
You can fix
guys
it for us.
Yeah,
It's a nice place.
for a place that's going to be somewhat defended at least, with the Dryad and some other bones of the ancient bards that'll help protect.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to say that changed. We walked back in that room and the bones weren't there.
It wasn't that they weren't there. It was that the Dryad and others were like using like stuff to clean them out. Like it was cleaned out.
Right.
And then
There's a bunch of sex toys.
I don't remember if I told you or not, but she assembled some of the skeletons and they were cleaning the place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, there are skeletons walking around. They're good skeletons.
But I mean, the skeleton's walking around right here, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with our folk. We're just good old salt of the
Yeah,
earth kind of people, just like you.
And there's a giant one who phases into walls. He's cool.
That's Dickhead Dan.
Yeah, his name's Dickhead Danny.
He's a bit of a scary folk, but he's as harmless as a
Do
pickle
we
on
have Wilbur
Xanax.
with us?
Yes, we have Wilbur with us.
Yeah.
What the hell
Why
is
did
that?
Greyhound not appear to show up?
You
Where did
only
that come
now
from?
notices.
Wilbur was hiding behind you the whole time, hovering.
Oh, this is our new drummer. His name's Wilbur.
He's
The
good
hell
people.
is going on?
He's a amazing asset,
Yeah,
but he's
he-
kind of a fucking bro
I don't see an
dude.
ass on him. He's floating.
Yeah, no, but he's a
He's a,
fantastic
he
drummer.
is an asset.
Oh. Okay.
It's like a kitchenette.
I don't know anything. I'll just.
I know.
Yeah. Wilbur's just a sweet broad. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And he's coming with us anyway. So, but
Oh, also, there's these witches. I think they're gone.
no,
now.
they're gone.
But they
They're
did
gone.
get stitches.
But they did get stitches. They were really fucking obnoxious.
What did you guys do over the last week?
Listen,
you don't want to know.
I don't know.
we had a bit of a
Also, it was over the past like 5 months.
yeah. Time was
Not in game.
No. Time was distorted in the temple. We actually spent 5 months there, with only a week for you passed.
You guys were in the
we
Speed
fixed that.
Force while we were not.
We
It was like the
fixed that,
half
though.
Speed Force.
We fixed it though. So
You guys
don't
were
worry.
traveling close to the speed of light, is basically what it was. Yeah. Okay.
But
If the temple is big enough, it could probably
Oh,
fit
yeah,
the
it's
big.
600
It's
of
huge.
us.
it's
got a lot of
it's a big
rooms.
temple. But just so you know, it is ours.
Yeah.
We're the owners of it.
So
So
respect
fine.
it.
your guests. So
If
try
you
to.
throw up on the furniture, clean it up, please.
How
Yeah,
good
We
is
have
the,
no furniture.
Shh. If you want to build furniture, go right
Go
ahead.
for it. Don't touch anything
but
unless
once
it's
again,
to tidy up.
On a non-narrative question, do we actually think it is like pretty structurally sound,
Yeah.
defensible?
Yep.
It's
Kinda made out
of
stone and bones,
It was
isn't
made
it?
out of stone and bones.
Yeah.
And like it was thick walls.
Yeah.
If anything,
And it was
can get-
underground.
Yeah, half of it is
So,
underground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so
half of it's underground. The only part that might not be defensible is the giant
Hole?
gaping hole in
Yeah.
the silo.
Well, yeah, it's there's one problem. Bob escaped from the temple.
There is
through-
one feature, and it's that we
It's a
can
skylight.
load
A
on.
giant bay window.
It's a new
We're
skylight.
waiting on the glass.
Yeah,
It's a new
exactly.
skylight. If you guys probably want to help fix that.
We can load in
first.
our grain there. It's fine.
We can load in our grain.
Because that's kind of a weak point, but
You
there's
know what?
also
That
a
is a
bunch
good
of dead.
point.
There's also a bunch of dead bodies in there.
You-
They probably want to
Is-
get rid of.
You
rid
do
of.
the
need to
land
bring.
fertile?
I think
It
so.
should
Yeah,
be
it's
now.
pretty
I
good
think so.
now.
There's
Yeah.
there's not
If
those
this-
crazy horrors.
If
Yeah.
this
floating around
lasts
anymore.
long enough, and we have to overwinter there,
You got to be able to grow food.
Wait,
yeah,
are you
I
saying
know.
winter's coming?
winter is coming.
I could have said off.
Like what got Winter off? Like, was it like having sex with
I cut
Summer
his
or
head off.
something?
I'm not Ned Stark.
I cut everyone's head off.
The campaign's over. Judge is now a murder machine.
No, but I'd bring some extra supplies because it's it's sparse. I mean,
It's kind of run down.
there's
Not
bread
gonna
there which you can eat. There's also jugs full of stuff. Don't touch those. Just
there's-
don't burn it. Don't even burn it as fuel.
There's a
'cause it's
lot
gonna-
of dead people. I didn't
throw
even need
it
to
away.
refer.
Although there might not still be. However,
The nipplemancer or the
there's
nipplemancy
actually
juice.
there was
I think it's in
actually
there
like
still.
an actual time that the zombies attacked, wasn't there? Like the bells would ring at a certain time, and then the zombies would show
No,
up. Right?
they would ring it because they stopped the zombies coming.
Yeah, but it was usually around the same time every night.
Yeah.
Hey, Greyhound, are we getting close to a zombie attack right now?
If it's anything like it was, yes. But the
Okay,
last
everybody
attack
jump the fuck on.
was in the middle of the day.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter anymore. They just come in.
When really was the last attack? Like, let's say, how long ago was that?
Yesterday afternoon.
Where were we yesterday afternoon?
Killing
Was that when
children?
we were talking to Bob and Bob escaped?
No, it was when we were killing children.
That would be right around that time.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that might have been us.
I don't think it would trigger that.
Well, I mean, Bob escaped. He could have just sent more there. I mean,
Why would
else
he?
would they
Why
do
would
it
that be his first thing though?
Because he's fucking evil.
Yeah, but why Miresport?
I don't know. You got
It's
me
where
there.
we were supposed to have our concert. That's why.
Why would he be fucking with us?
Maybe he doesn't want us to finish our tour.
The thousands of years I've been entombed in this, I will screw with the first mortal band because I hate music.
Because I've been imprisoned into a bard college for an eternity.
There you go. That's
Actually,
why.
we should research
makes
how that
sense.
happened.
Oh.
Why the bards?
So we should probably go back in and start
Probably
talking
DM
to...
bullshit.
Yeah. We should probably,
Well,
like...
you guys know he wasn't imprisoned in that temple.
The temple was built on top of him?
No.
No.
He was that rock meteor that
yeah.
fell out of the sky. It's only been a few months, but he was there.
I thought he was there for years.
No, that was the Spectre. What was his name? Wilbur
Wilbur.
had been guarding the room that the Dryads and the gnome were in,
Yeah, why were they in that? They were in there to defend the heart.
which that was in there. But the brain piece is what fell out
Oh,
of
so
the
the
sky.
brain was probably coming towards the heart then.
Yeah.
My brain just did a thinky.
I got a thinky winky, and it thinkies at me like you. It's huge. And I have the IQ of a 5-year-old. Let's have sex.
Well, his intelligence is a 10, so it's very average.
Yeah, but that's more than a 5-year-old.
Not in cat years. But I think Bob came after the heart. Because the meteor, which was Bob, crashed into the temple months ago. When did the zombies start?
Can we just start calling it Bob Barker,
Bob Barker.
please?
You'll meet a dog named Bob, and you can call him Bob Barker.
We see barks.
That's a much better alternative. And if that
Bob
doesn't
the
happen, I
Barker.
will kill you in your sleep.
Hold on, I'm writing it down somewhere.
Okay.
I haven't killed anything in a long time.
You killed a child like
I didn't
2
do
hours
it.
ago, cannonly.
I didn't do it.
That was Wylee.
I
Remember-
stopped.
Time rewinded and he stopped.
Yes.
I know you guys discovered
You should stop
Todd's
smoking.
fate, but I think it's best if I break the news to Polinia.
Probably.
Yeah, she's probably not our favorite.
By the
We're not her
way-
favorite right now.
So here's what I'm thinking as a war strategist is you guys, as quick as you can, get all of your townspeople and all of your guards saddled up and ready to head with all the supplies we can to Songstruck? Temple of Songstruck?
Temple of Songstruck.
Let's just call it Songstruck.
Okay.
Let's just call it Coachella.
Coachella. That's the new
And we will...
A small woman with like a stagecoach rolls into town. She's like, "Hey everybody, my name's Ella and this is my coach. We call ourselves Coachella. I've got a bard band in the back here that plays music wherever we go."
Okay, I think we need to kill them because we're the bard band.
My stagecoach fares are exorbitant and you get very little. All right, let's get this rolling. Oh, what's this? It's an impromptu act from our favorite
I
friend.
kill her and steal her coach.
It's an impromptu act from my ex-boyfriend Skrill. I call him Skrill ex-boyfriend.
All right, keep going. No, I'm interested in this now. Keep going. I want to see where this keeps going to.
Do you perhaps have a mouse that is no longer living there?
Yep, and we just ran over a mouse. It's dead. And when you squeak it together, it makes wub wubs. Wub wub. I use it to lube my stagecoach, Ella.
My stagecoach.
You know that? Y'all know that town named Harris? Well, I got Calvin. He's from Harris. Calvin Harris.
And if you're looking to buy anything to remember your time here, I got a chain. I got 2 chains.
And look at all those Zeds. Well, they sure look dead right now. Zed's dead. Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh, hey, Sid, that's my son, Sid. Quit hopping there.
Yeah.
Quit hopping. Quit being a Hobson now, all
Hey,
right?
look at this little boy over here. What's your name, little boy? Wayne. Oh, look at little Wayne, everybody.
Oh, here's his brother, John. Little John, what are you doing?
Little John and little Wayne, the 2 boys hanging out with 2 chains. Look at you can each have one. Now you're 1 chain each together. You 2 chains together. Little Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Now here comes the older boy. He's going to usher them along now.
Oh, he's ushering them all over.
Hey, look, it's Elton John.
Hey, what do you
He's
call
playing piano.
this guy over here? He's offering me what is it you got right there? 50.
Hey, check it out, Steve Martin.
No, this guy over here, he's got a
Let
bag.
me put my Spotify.
how many
Just read
coins?
artist names.
How many coins do you have in that bag? 50 copper pieces? Look at this guy over here. He's got 50 cents. Well, I'll tell you what, everybody.
Hey, look at this guy over
hold
here.
on.
He's eating some M&Ms. We should call him M&M, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are M&Ms?
Yeah. Well, one last thing that I got to tell you all about my stagecoach is I've got an ice fridge in the back, but it only makes ice in the
Iced tea-
shape of teas.
tea, so
Anybody
iced tea.
want some iced tea?
I would like an ice cube. Do you
Ice
have an
cube?
ice cube,
Yeah.
ma'am? I would like an ice cube.
I'm a geometrist, and I'm a geometrist.
And I got a gun. It's a Tech 9. Fucking game and turn my name into a gun.
Oh no! Look at there! There's a twister!
All right.
I should look up the term geometrist.
I should be the one to break the news to Polinia.
What the fuck was that?
What was what?
I thank you.
Was I the only one who saw that?
Saw what?
Oh, I'm drunk enough. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Wait, geometrist is a word.
Yeah, it's an ist who studies geometry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Studier of istinisms.
Um,
I'm gonna go with
I
Coachella.
completely pulled that out of my ass.
A geometrist?
Yeah.
It's like an optometrist, except
Yeah.
they look in your eyes and they only go, well, there's some triangles. Oh, God. Oh, if the world was filled with people.
Okay, we're done
What
for the.
am I? What am I? What is hit? Gosh dang it.
We're done for the night.
Well,
That.
there's some triangles. In your eyes. This is a bad game.
Well, we're trying to do some story stuff here, but we keep on interrupting.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
Yes.
All right.
So you're
So,
gonna break the
as
news
I was
to
trying to
Polinia.
say before we got into like a rapping, naming people's thing, I think we should post up as defense in case they attack while you guys are trying to leave.
Yep.
And we'll try and hold them off while you guys head towards our Songstruck temple.
No offense, but
Offense.
they
defense,
wiped out
yes.
600 of us last night.
I have
Trained
a
or
cannon on my shoulder.
Not. Trained or not, it doesn't matter. We had 600 and they went through
Wait.
it like
You know
butter.
what?
But what if we actually were trained?
Change formers different than before.
I like him. He just asks that and he just turns into a train.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Listen here, you might have had an army, but we have a sentient slime, a specter, 2 fucking skeletons, a talking cat, a train, and an alcoholic. You tell me that we can't do anything.
I think what you can do is probably all die and develop addictions.
Hey,
does
who
it
went to
even
the
matter,
temple
though?
and solved everything when nobody else could?
Exactly. We're
That's-
the only people to come back.
Like, you're a jaded asshole. It doesn't matter if we die or not.
Yeah, I mean, why do you
Just
care
get your
about us
people
now?
out of here.
Weren't you already threatened to kill me?
We can make out later.
That's true. Fine.
But wait, what if they get attacked and they don't come after us and they actually just kill all of them?
Well,
while
so
they're
that's the point. That's why we're defending them.
Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of
Okay.
gonna be like following behind them in
Oh,
little
okay.
ways.
Okay. Okay.
If that's the case, then we should stop talking. This is the last funeral pyre for the night. I'll get everybody geared up. I'll sound the alarm.
All right, sounds good.
Don't sound the alarm.
No.
Make it quiet.
The town knows if we sound the alarm to ready themselves.
The zombies know if you sound the alarm to attack you.
It's true.
That's been your wrong. You've been telling the zombies to attack.
Okay.
We
It's
gotta
like a
make
dinner
this
bell.
real quiet, like.
Very important question, though. Like the most important question that there's ever gonna be: is my cat okay?
You mean Professor Snugglebutts?
It's Professor Fluffykins.
Well, he's been snuggling my butt every night, and I hate cats, so you can have him back.
Ah, he likes you. Where is he?
He's in the temple.
Okay, Wylee walks towards the temple
Okay.
because he's
All
getting
right,
Professor
Judge.
Fluffykins back.
You have a point. You are the only one who's made it back from the temple alive.
I heard that.
I take a revolver and just kill them.
We didn't see nothing! I was practicing whistling while looking ominously.
You guys are already dead.
It says this change into revolvers. Right. I am the only one to come back alive.
Once Polini is done, it should be about 10 minutes.
All right, I need to grab some remembrance stuff from the temple too.
That's fine. Whatever supplies you think you need, any building that's got a green cross marked on its doorway is dead.
You
You can take whatever you need from them.
why since Wylee heard this because he's a cat, and probably wasn't that far away yet.
Yeah, he's running this way and all of a sudden.
Yeah. He turns like, hey guys, try to find the army. If there's any scale mail, I'll take some.
Hey, do you suspect at all that any of your people are with the ladder?
I know that Polinia's brother left with them. I'm sure he had some influence on some in town. But I couldn't say. Like I said, I'm not the one to talk to about religious matters.
Oh shit, guys, you should see inside this temple. It's dope.
You've been in it before.
Yeah.
I just forgot about it.
You almost got cold cocked in it.
Yeah, you slept in it.
I don't remember much from the last couple days.
Oh, that's right. You did have a concussion when you got to town.
I guess what I'm worried about
Is having a spy
is
on
us
the
trying
inside.
to leave and then the zombies showing up. That's why I don't want you to ring the bell. That's why I want you to only take your most trusted people to get these carts going, and then we immediately leave as soon as possible.
Yep.
Okay,
I want you to secretly get ready to go and then rush the townspeople.
the town's guard and those that fought with me in the Great Light War. I trust them with my life every day. I'll tell all of them. They're with me most of the time. I don't think any of them would have time to be a member of... I don't think any of them would have time to be with the ladder. I'll go get everything going.
Can I adopt your voice, please?
No,
Hey, I'm not Batman.
I'm Greyhound.
I am wearing hockey pads, though.
Like I said, scrounging any of the buildings with the green cross on the doorway.
Because it means they're dead, right? And that people don't live there?
They died.
Okay.
It's empty.
Okay. Why is
Yeah.
it a green cross? Why isn't it a red cross? That makes more sense to me.
We thought it would be nicer for the children when they saw green instead of the blood of their parents splattered all over the buildings.
See, I would have done the blood of the parents in an X.
high.
I am also talking like this. Says Wilbur, the Spectre.
I need 45 minutes and I'll be ready with my men.
I need a 45
I need the
caliber.
pasta.
About an hour goes by, and Captain Greyhound reapproaches all of you, and he asks if you think you're ready. He's got his men readied, They're staged throughout town. Each one has a cart, and a couple of them have found a few horses that belong to some of the dead townsfolk that can pull a cart that they'll put all the children on. They tell you that there's roughly between 500 and 600 people, and it'll take a while to get the townspeople in, but his people are ready to go. He's estimating it'll probably be 2 or 3 hours to get the townspeople ready and evacuated.
Well, I mean, I guess we have to be, huh?
How close are we to the typical arrival of the zombies, time-wise?
4 or 5 hours.
So if we're lucky, we could miss them by like an hour.
Yeah.
How was the road going north?
Clear.
Not terrible. I wonder if...
There was a giant frog.
Yeah, look out for giant frogs.
I wonder if you should honestly take Polinia, maybe one of us,
To the front.
and a bunch of your best people, and leave now, and then we
We get the rest.
slowly get everyone else too.
Yeah.
We have a plan in place. We've been expecting to have to evacuate the town for a while. I just never wanted it to become a reality. We have groups of people.
Does your town turn into a flying spaceship?
No.
I don't
Damn
want
it.
I don't want you and Polinia to have to wait 2 hours for the townsfolk. Even though you should, I don't
Polenia
want
will
you
not
to.
leave this town until the last
Let's
person
cold-cocker.
leaves. I can't do that. I'm bound to serve her.
I
He's
don't
not.
want to either, but it kind of needs to happen.
I'll talk with Polenia.
Just bring her over here. Let's tell her the situation.
Okay, I'll go get her. A couple minutes goes by. He comes back over with Polenia, who looks quite exhausted.
I would say we made like a impromptu small like campfire. We like kind of are resting a little bit.
Sharpening our
So
weapons and all
Wylee
that
probably.
stuff.
What'd you go into the temple for?
Professor Fluffykins.
Okay, and then I grabbed like that tapestry of me and Judge.
And like the amulet and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably not any of the other artifacts or whatever. But just that, like the stuff I know is connected to me.
Right.
Question: inside that place that we was with treasury, was there any like armor or stuff that was usable?
There was the one set of armor that was in there,
Scale mail.
but
No,
it was
like plate, most
Yeah.
it
likely.
was like on a bust, and it was old.
It was kind of a relic more than.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it had the necklace hanging over it.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
wondering if there was any like prized armor that I could steal. Or,
As you were digging through the town, you didn't really find anything more than like a hunter's leather, stuff like that.
Gonna
So
have to wait.
Greyhound shows back up with Polinia
Yeah.
to our little impromptu camp thingy here.
Hello, Greyhound has told me we plan to leave the town. I assume the news about my father was grim. Yeah, I didn't tell her yet.
oh,
So-
thanks for the one job you said you would do.
We actually
Plans kind of changed, Wylee.
we don't know for sure if he is unsavable, but we just know he is currently wrapped up in an evil being.
Oh, he was totally evil by
Like
the time
an
he did
elder
that, though.
god type evil being.
My
Here's his journal.
My father was always involved in higher aspects of religious freedoms and studies. I even dabbled in the arcane from time to time, but I don't think he had any pacts with any elder gods or anything.
Oh no, he totally got corrupted.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't his fault. He
Completely
got
got
corrupted,
corrupted.
as you can see.
And you hand her the journal?
Yeah.
She takes a
She
few
does.
minutes. She's
Oh,
reading through it, weeding. She's sure.
She's weeding through it.
She opens it up. Some little like goat's
Dandelions.
grass and dandelions pop out. She's pulling them up. No, she reads through it, and you see her face surprisingly go even more pale than it was prior. And you're sure that my father was the one who wrote the end here?
Yeah.
Yep.
It really, really seems like it.
These scribbles at the end, do you know what they mean?
Not
Nope.
at all.
It just says ass and titties.
Ass and titties.
I'm pretty sure something about boats and
Hose?
garden tool implements. Hose.
Yeah, boats and hoes. I couldn't make tales of it either.
These.
Get it? Because he's a cat.
Yeah.
I couldn't make train wheels of it either.
Let's get back on track here.
Choo choo.
these scribbles at the end, they're...
Why do you talk like Greyhound now?
I don't. I'm talking like myself.
She's just a little down.
I'm sad, and my father is possessed by a demon.
Oh no, he's probably dead.
No, the demon is possessing him
Oh,
in his stomach.
that's somehow worse.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
My father
Like,
was
hey.
eaten by a demon.
But here's the thing is, perhaps he is sitting there weakening the demon by his presence, if he is a holy man.
That is true.
No, I mean he was.
By the
totally
way,
evil
we
already.
have this. And I open up my chest compartment. And there's the blender.
There's the what?
The blender.
the nice like 6
Anyone
ounces
want
of black tar heroin.
smoothies? I got a
this?
ninja.
And she holds up the plug and puts it in her nose, and it doesn't fit well. What is this?
It doesn't do that.
No, I show her the heart.
I should maybe hang on to this.
I think we should hang on to
We
it.
need to hang on
I
to this.
sense some strong magics within this.
Yeah,
Me too.
It's the only thing that can kill the guy who took your dad.
You sense some strong magics in me too, so it balances out. I'll hold on to it for now, but
we
you
need
can
it.
have it later.
Okay.
When all the
Oh.
shit's blown over.
With this revelation, I'll need a few extra minutes. I think there's some books in the temple that I should grab.
Grab all the books you
are these
need.
plot minutes where zombies are going to show up, or are they regular minutes?
Plot minutes or regular.
Porque lo no dos.
So here's the thing: is we really need to make sure you and Greyhound
it's
get
weird
outta
that I
here.
talk that way, Judge.
like what?
Like you, like change.
Yeah, your accent
Your
is
accent,
very
like,
I'm just kind of
weird.
talking like I have a stuffed nose, but I guess I can really go Canadian on it. Okay.
Nose too.
Oh hey there, Mrs. Stardust.
There it is.
Listen, I just don't sound like a tactical leader when I talk like this.
What are you talking about?
I just want y'all to get in some wagons.
They say
Weak.
you sound like the most fierce leader there is.
Make sure you bring your ice skates.
Your East Goods. I'll be back in a few minutes, but while I'm gone, prepare the townsfolk. We all leave together.
So we're not gonna leave in like shifts.
No, she won't.
Can I bring the wine cask?
Can you
Whatever is in any building
can you
that's
carry
marked
it?
with the green.
I'll fucking carry it if I have to. I'll
Are you
roll
strong
on
enough?
it.
You have an 8 in strength.
I'll roll on it. I will
right.
push it and I will stand on it and that'll be my.
Winecast is a bomb.
That's
I've
why
gotten-
we need it. See, that's what I'm saying.
I've
I'll
sent a
drink
small
all the
detachment
wine
of guards out to the fields. They're filling a couple carts up with food for the time being and seeds.
and wine.
Wine is the least of our worries right now. Do you have fresh water at your temple?
You know what we need at our temple?
Do we have
Wine.
fresh water in the temple?
I think there actually is.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
there
no,
is
no,
fresh
no.
water.
Because in that one area, the dryad.
There was a well.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
needed a
there's a
well. So
well.
yeah, we do.
Well, yeah.
Not
So
sure how
grab the
much,
wine.
but we do.
Okay,
It's magical, so
We
Good.
need the wine.
then I'll take the wine.
there's actually
Thank
a
you.
very like fertile like forest or something right behind it.
Yeah.
That should be great for expansion.
Good.
You guys can become pilgrims.
I've been in this town.
Become our minions.
It'll become the village of Songstruck.
I've been in this town serving Polinia and our family for the last 25 years.
Oh, that's not very long for an elf. It's like,
Is he an elf?
Yeah.
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 It's like from
On the shelf?
It might not be long for an elf, but for a human, which they are,
yeah, it's unfortunate for them.
Should I just like leave now because I have just as long a life as they
Or
do?
you could forever hold your peace.
You know, I think I'm just gonna stay here and let the zombies eat me because you guys respect me that much, anyways.
Wylee.
What are you
But-
gonna say about serving these people?
despite my better judgment, I'm gonna stay behind with Polinia until everybody leaves.
But then who's gonna be like heading?
Why?
Because I know these people.
Because it's the right thing to do?
It's the right thing to do.
Is it the smartest, most logical way to keep to make sure all these people survive in our new
I'm
I'm
area?
sorry, Greyhound, but he's become part Vulcan recently. He's gone through some serious shit.
Polinia
quick
will
question.
not leave until the last person leaves this town.
You and Polinia aren't going. Okay,
And
we'll
I
take
am
Polinia
not-
then.
I'm not leaving her undefended.
Okay,
So come with us. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us are gonna sit here and do a holdout against a bunch of zombies. I can't turn into an airplane yet. I'm not level 7.
If that's what needs to do, then that's
Thank you
what
very
happens.
much. There is also Wilbur and the Spooky Bros.
I don't know.
And
What?
Gloppy.
I don't know what to expect, but Polinia's magics, my sword, and you somehow beating the temple is all this town has left. My guard, I trust. They'll lead the van.
I don't think he has much faith in us.
They'll lead the caravan north to the temple. We'll follow on the backside of them. If there's any zombies or any undead that come out, we'll hold them off long enough to let the town find safety. I'm not going to sit at the front like a spoiled king away from the danger because I'm afraid to die.
All right, if you die,
No, we're not asking you to be afraid to die. We're asking you because we don't know if the path is 100% certain.
And
if
that's
you
why
die-
my guard goes forward.
if you die, who's the next leader?
Well, it would have been Polinia's brother, but he's gone.
Oh, yeah, he's totally in the evil cult now.
Oh yeah. He's gonna die.
So then it's probably going to be...
The door salesman.
He's not even a salesman. He just has them.
the door hoarder.
Hodor.
The next one in charge is who's leading my guard in the front.
He
His
has
name
no
is
name.
Ragnar, St. Bane's Fist.
I have to say, that is kind of a badass name.
He used to be a
Does he say Bane's fist?
No, he was, during the Great Light War, he was a priest of St. Bane. And he had a vow of celibacy and a vow of pacifism.
So he's a pussy.
However, in the middle of the war, his flock was murdered. They were run down by men, half horse, half human, with spears,
Human horses.
who were, and after that, he, picking up one of the spears of a fallen horseman, he killed off enough of them to save.
We prefer to call them Klopman.
For some
Klopman.
reason, I was like, how can I fuck up this picture? And I was imagining I was imagining
Jack Horseman.
I was imagining a centaur, but walking on their hands. So like all 4 legs curved up behind them, and they're just walking.
That's where you're wrong. This one was a mantar, half man, half man. Except it's just 2 torsos attached at the hip, backwards. They walk like a spider. Yeah, his flock was run down and burned, and
By Pegaprix.
the few he saved, he vowed he would never let another group of people. He'd never let another group of people suffer under his tutelage. So he picked up the spear and he joined the war effort. We met on the battlefield, and I've been with him ever since.
Okay, and so he's gonna be at the front of the line.
Okay.
He'll be at
and-
the front.
He knows. Bring him over here.
Okay.
We
Walks
gotta
away
have
for a
some
minute,
serious
comes back.
conversating.
How you doing, folks? I'm Ragnar,
Oh,
The
man, you have a
fist.
very soothing voice. I like it.
the Fist of St. Bane.
God, that's so
So
awesome.
your commanding officer is trying to kill himself, basically. So you'll probably be the commanding officer of this group of people soon. We're going to this Temple of Songstruck which is somehow our birthright now. And
Sounds about right to me, folks.
so you need to be preparing yourself to defend these people, first of all. Second of all, be prepared to take over responsibility for these people instead
Also,
of Greyhound here.
When you get to the temple, don't act like, don't be a douchebag.
Douchebaggery's not in my nature, son.
Good.
Skeletons
Yeah,
are our
Don't be
friends.
aggressive. There are
Nope.
gonna be skeletons running around.
I once lived my life as a man of the cloth.
Alright, yeah, good, but, you're gonna probably see a bunch of dead bodies in there, maybe, unless Crystal, who is a druid by the
Did you say skeletons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
They're
the
good
ones
skeletons.
right behind us.
Well, howdy there, skeletons. I must apologize. I have slain many of you in my time as a priest of Saint Bane.
They're good people.
They're good undead. They're actually the bones of the ancient bards that the temple is made out of.
If I remember right, it doesn't matter for Saint Bane though. All undead are unholy.
Yeah.
You are correct, large rock creature.
Hi, I'm Judge.
Hi, Judge.
His voice is just going through. His voice terminal is really.
I couldn't
acting
say
up.
that any more Canadian. Hi, I'm Judge.
Oh, Jesus. In
just
normal
gonna have to get
circumstances,
over
I
it.
would have to remove these scourge from the planet, but
Well, these guys aren't.
these
scriptures.
aren't normal circumstances, and I will have to stand aside my beliefs to make sure the townsfolk here
Yeah,
are
don't be
survived.
skeletonist.
Don't worry. They'll make sure you
Madam,
guys are protected.
are you aware of the teachings of Saint Bane?
Screw that guy. If he doesn't like skeletons, I don't like him.
Saint Bane abhors all undead, as it is unnatural in the way of things.
Well, then Saint
They're not
Bane
undead.
hates
They're still
your mammy.
alive. They just don't have their skin anymore.
Yeah.
It sounds like
they're
undead
alive.
to me.
No, because they're still alive.
They can die, so they
I've
obviously
probably
aren't
chewed
undead.
on the bones of more undead than you've seen, son.
Well, I've also chewed on a lot of bones in my lifetime.
I suppose so.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
we rode an undead horse. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Did we?
well, no,
Oh,
I
he
tried.
did.
I tried.
Yeah.
Well,
I tried.
However,
Didn't work well.
road.
as I was saying, these times call for adjusted plans, and I have to put aside my
Differences.
vitriol towards the undead, if that's the case.
I'm sure if you talked to Crystal and said, "Hey, I don't like undead," they'll stay away from you.
All right.
Also, I don't think you actually really need to be around the undead since we, once again, have a large forested area that you can build houses in or whatever behind.
Well, I was not told about this, but it is
Yeah,
good
Judge,
to
where
know.
where did you get this
Because
information
I
from?
just told Greyhound about it, and we were told about it.
Yeah, you were told about it.
I just told Greyhound about it, and he already said anything I say is canon.
No,
So
you guys
wait.
have 40 acres.
Yeah, we were.
Oh.
I think we were told about it by Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Crystal.
Crystal.
I
So
totally
wait.
You have the
forgot about
40
So
acres
if we're
behind the
trying to
temple.
relocate them so they can be safe, does that mean they're still gonna have to meet the undead though? Because if they're in trouble, they have to get inside the temple to be safe.
Unless we build a huge.
But we could also
Wall
tell
around it.
We could also tell Crystal, "Hey, if you see them coming, tell the skeletons to meld into the wall."
I'm Dickhead Dan, and I'll meld when I damn well please.
Yeah, we don't,
Don't
need
tell
to make
Dickhead Dan when he
Hey,
melts.
dickhead, get back to the temple.
I would much
Dang
rather.
it! I thought you wouldn't notice. I'm really tall. But I was mastering the art of standing so still no one could see me.
Wait!
I've been here for a few hours. Well, folks, I think you're leaving it in the capable fists of.
You
Don't
just
do
said
that.
you took up the spear, not fists.
I did take up the spear.
See,
That's
can't you
on
see?
my back.
Can't you see the
But
spears
there's a
on his
reason they
hands?
call me Ragnar, the Fist of Saint
I was
Bane.
gonna say you should be using your fists, monk man.
He lifts up his arms, and he's definitely not a monk. Or if he is a monk, he has proficiency in like extra heavy armor, because it looks almost like he's got like 3 layers of plate on just his torso. His legs are open, except with the exception of like a metal like
So he's a
loincloth,
pugilist.
and he's got huge ass spikes on his fists.
I wish you didn't say spikes.
I was thinking of like spears. Like he's
got-
got the
he's
spear
got
and just like
huge
put the
ass.
spear on, put the spears on his arm.
Well,
so
yeah,
it's
they're like think like a Templar from StarCraft. Like they got those psi blades that come out. Yeah, it's like that. Just huge spikes that come out on his fist gauntlets.
I love it.
I kind of want him.
I don't care. I love it.
All right.
I love it. Please get to the front of the line. You are leaving in
Now.
half an hour.
Half an hour.
Guess
I'll
what?
saddle
Half an
up
hour's
and
up.
get out of
I
here.
take out one of my patches of my crest and slap it on his shoulder.
I haven't been a part of an army in a long time.
You are now.
I
Do I
Why
get a
is this
patch?
covered in blood?
don't worry about it.
You don't want to know.
Do I get a patch?
Is this one of the ones you took from the temple?
Did I take one from the temple?
Well, you said you went and grabbed things from like the temple and stuff.
Did I have some in there?
I'm
Why would
ass-
they have some patches of mine? Of my... Oh, yeah, they actually would, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was where you had your flashback, and then Polina showed it, and it was like artifacts from that
Yeah.
war.
All right, so I give it to him, rather, or actually what they did in the military is they just punched it onto our chests.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I say, you're my first lieutenant.
It's an honor.
Uh,
Sorry.
Can I be your second
That's
lieutenant?
Greyhound.
Sure.
It's an honor.
Wylee takes out the pocket watch that was Billy's that he's now holding, flips it open, goes, "Hey, look at that! Your half hour's up. Better get going."
What's that?
A broke ass
It's
pocket watch.
It's a pocket watch.
What's that?
It tells the time.
It's magic. We're in D&D.
What's that?
It's a magic circle that tells me things.
What kind of things?
Like
When the zombies are
hey,
coming.
it tells me when you should get your ass moving and saying now.
All right, then. I'll saddle up.
All right, take your best men. Take
Is Billy the
most-
only one who's ever had a pocket watch? We just got used to it and nobody else knows
Nobody
what a
else
pocket
knows what a
watch is.
pocket. Billy invented the pocket watch.
And now, I was gonna ask.
He
So we
died
didn't
before
actually
he could
find
make
his
the
full
patent.
body.
Nope.
Aww.
However, resurrection, you don't need a full body.
No.
He was missing half of his face, an arm, and like a hip section.
Wylee just starts spinning the pocket watch like Billy used to do.
I'm actually gonna
Aw.
He's just
take
like, yeah,
all of
this
his
makes me feel
remains
like I'm back with him.
and try to like
He puts it in
preserve
the-
them how they are.
He puts them in the blender and then
Do
starts
any of you have gentle repose?
Huh?
Do any of you have gentle repose?
I
No.
sure don't.
Don't.
Because that takes the remains of a body and prevents them from rotting or decaying for 2 weeks.
Oh, I don't have that.
Just put them in
Hey,
your blender.
Polinia, check this.
Just
This
put
was
them in your...
actually our best friend that your bodyguard murdered. And
Well, manager, not best friend, but manager.
Many people perished in the battle that came.
he
Yeah,
could
but-
potentially be very beneficial in our
But yeah,
new
this
society.
this directly affects us, though.
Okay.
He's
so-
like the only civilized goblin. Does that make any sense?
And we could use him as an envoy to raiding goblin clans.
That's true. I can see the diplomatic advantages of that.
And he's a very good
Advantageous.
manager. He knows how to manage people very well.
So
and
what?
he invented that.
So what would you like me to do?
Can you cast anything to make his body not zombify?
I could try. My magics are weak. I haven't slept in 2 days.
We
I-
just need something to stop the decay.
My wishes are that you get on a cart with Ragnar and sleep until you get to the temple, but you're not following my wishes.
You're a
Of
crazy
course,
person.
I can't leave until everybody's gone.
Of course, you
She's
I
can.
won't
Stubborn.
abandon them.
You're not. We're here.
So
My father already left once. I'm not leaving the people like he did, or my brother.
I have no excuse for your brother, but your dad did try to go stop the evil.
That's
So
true. But putting myself at the front of a caravan, running from evil, is not what my father would have done either.
you're not running from evil. You're making a tactical retreat.
you're preserving the future civilization rather than dying so that you can't help this future civilization.
Look, let's put it this way.
My
You're
mind-
weak. You're really weak right now. If zombies come, we won't be able to protect you that well.
I'll
We're
just
gonna be
take some of this
focused.
arcane.
No, don't you mean the dwarven pep stick?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pep stick.
They call it arcane because it's like cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
ar-
magic.
and it's also
Yeah,
it's also
I just got
it's
magic.
also arcane
Well,
because
arcane, yeah.
arcane magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's magic cocaine.
Yeah.
That's why
I
he's like,
just got
I'm doing
that.
a little arcane.
Yeah.
That may be true, and I may be tired, but I've got a little bit left in me.
That needs to be for saving them if something happens in
I
the
won't
future.
be able to save them on the road, but I can prevent things from reaching them from behind. We've never had an attack of the undead come from that direction.
So you're
Should we
making
just
us
knock her
you're
out?
making us choose between saving our friend here, Billy the Goblin, or having more magic to protect the back of the zombie attack or whatever. The back
Correct.
of the.
Anything I cast right now will limit us later.
I mean, Billy's already dead.
I
so-
agree that it is advantageous and he could become of great use, which is what my people need right now, and it could provide them hope. I'm willing to see what I could do to preserve his remains. At least until we can find a more permanent solution.
Can we just put him in like a jar of vodka for a while? He'll be fine.
As far as I know, goblin skin reacts negatively with vodka.
And you
almost
really don't
as
want-
if you're
What
splashing
about-
them with acid.
wait.
What about whiskey?
Let's put all of his body in the bottom of the swamp where it is preserved because of there's no oxygen.
Anaerobic something.
Yes.
That.
Just don't put him
And
into
so
a barrel.
we can come back,
Or
you know,
we could put
a
him in a
month
barrel of
later,
wine and
it'll
drink
probably
him.
be very similarly preserved as it is right now.
And with depending on the resurrection spell, you just need part of him. It doesn't declare whether you need like
Which technically,
Grab a
skin,
which
could be
technically
bone.
that, or I mean, it could just be an article of theirs, right?
So I'm gonna grab
Has
his.
to be part of their body.
I'm gonna
what if
grab.
there's blood in the pocket watch? No, so
that
there
would
wasn't.
probably be good. And
I'm gonna
I'm
grab.
pretty sure I said it was a bloody pocket watch.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I already
grab
have
his
blood.
gold tooth
Yep.
and then put the rest of his body in
Like bury
deep
digging a hole
in
and
the
burying.
mud.
Okay.
In the muck.
All right. So you have
Look,
Billy's
it's
Puts a
golden
body on the
tooth.
monkey that steps on it and just.
So it's really strange because you like kind of turn into your train, but there's like this big arm with a bucket on the front of it. And, like,
I'll just build them a new city.
Judge the builder, can he fix it? Judge the builder. I'd rather run through the front gates.
Just so it wasn't clear, Wiley's definitely wearing Billy's top hat now.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yeah,
all right, all right.
we're all over
All right,
that.
You lost your wizard hat. Now you got a
Yeah,
top hat.
yeah. It's if I'm not gonna get my sweet ass pimp hat, I'm gonna have a sweet ass top hat.
Dick hat. Oh.
Judge, do you want me my dick hat?
You begin hearing the clamoring of people as they're all assembling at the northern gate of the town.
Has Ragnar left yet like we instructed him to?
He's in the front. It's only been a few minutes, like 15, 20 minutes. He's in the front. He's rallying people together. It seems like they've come up with some sort of system where there's groups of people. They're bundled together behind each cart. So there will be a cart with food, equipment, children, and then a group of people. And then another cart with food, equipment, supplies, a group of people. All in all, there looks to be somewhere around like 20 carts. And they are all filled to the brim. And you see Ragnar directing some of the traffic flow, and you see a group of people coming from the east through town with 3 more carts. And these carts are filled with corn and wheat and other different...
That's what Greyhound sent for in the fields.
Yep. And potatoes and other different things they were growing out there. None of the food looks necessarily like it was ripe and ready to be picked, but it all looks edible. Because it is like...
They have a full wagon of edibles.
I'm pretty sure I said it was like early fall, so it was like just before harvest season. So things are pretty... They're to the point. They might be a little more bitter than they could be, but...
It'll work.
Yeah.
They're just gonna
And
have a rough winter.
You
this
hear
year.
children crying and old people kind of gathering them up, and in each one of the groups of people you see that 2 guards have been posted, and there's 3 guards at the front of the caravan.
Okay.
And then us, like 8, are just in the back.
All right. I get up on the little. Because I'm imagining the gate area as like there's an archway that you can walk over it, and there's like a walk.
It's
Yeah,
just
there
it's
isn't,
wooden
but
walls.
there is now.
Oh, okay. No, it's
We
just
built it.
like wooden walls and stuff.
There is on one of them. It just so happens that there's
yeah,
a ladder
they
that
had
I
just,
can get up.
There's a what there?
A ladder.
Oh, so as you say that, from the western gate, you see a bunch of red-robed chinchillas.
I backspace that part of your story. Oh yeah, yeah.
I press
that
the
was the
tilde
typo.
key
That
and
was-
open up the console,
that was the
and I
typo.
type SV_hacks space on.
I do that. I just put TGM and I press enter.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We're playing some Skyrim here.
Yeah. I'm now invincible. I cannot die. Oops, my bad.
There is, however, there are like buildings up against the wall, so you could get onto the roof of said buildings or something, but
I don't actually need to. I just wanted to instruct there's 2 guards per wagon.
yep.
I want to instruct.
Well, the guards are guarding the people. The wagon are in front of it. So it's like, think you have 3 guards up front, a wagon, filled with supplies, children, etc., and then a group of like between 40 and 60 people with
And
a
then
guard on each side, and then another wagon, and each wagon has like a horse or people pulling it, or depending on the wagon style.
Bring out
And
your
then a guard on
dad.
each side.
Yep.
Yeah. So I want to instruct out of the 2 guards of each wagon, one to be resting while the other is vigilant, and then for to switch off. Although, how long was the walk even to the?
It's like 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a walk.
Yeah,
It
so I
was a
want
day.
so I want them to make sure
They're resting.
because I'm fairly certain they're exhausted from fighting off this
Yeah,
zombie wave.
everyone there just looks haggard.
Oh, should we send something with them so Cristal knows we told him to go there?
See, I was honestly thinking one of us should go with Ragnar.
Well, we could go with him. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, it was one idea when you were going to have us in a band, but it doesn't really seem like that's a thing anymore. Isn't that right, Whistling Pete?
Yeah, you guys could go with them.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, but I'll miss Pete.
Aww. We'll meet up with them again.
Yeah, I mean we
better-
will.
Hey, bros. I had a really good rest on the way here, and I kind of agree with the Skelebros.
Damn it,
You're
I
gonna
really
go
wanted
too?
Wilbur.
I really like rolling with your crew,
I wanted like
but
5 NPC
if you're worried about the danger with them, I could probably hold my own, and if we get into any trouble up front,
That's true.
my
you
wiggly
could have-
wiggly eye beams, they're
Yeah,
pretty
that's
solid.
true. You
Plus,
would-
you can talk your way into the place.
Yeah.
And you know your way around that place.
Yeah.
So yes,
Just
I'd say
be careful about Ragnar. Right now he's being okay with you guys.
I'm not undead, brah.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
actually I think a lawful neutral creature.
I'm a thing, dog.
a specter.
Respect.
He's a
Isn't that a
specter.
ghost type of
No,
like a
no,
ghost?
he's
No.
It's like a minor beholder
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, yep. Specifically designed to
Guard
protect
things.
a place.
for 103 years.
Yeah. So I think what we do is we send the Skellies and
And
Wilbur with them, with Ragnar. There's a fucking character in Skyrim called Ragnar the Brave, isn't there?
Ragnar the Red.
Ragnar the
Ragnar the
Red.
Red.
Oh,
And then-
this is what Bronson was thinking of.
Yeah.
Is that kind of specter.
Yeah.
This is a spectator.
All right.
I don't remember. I'll-
Spec-potator.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking of Ragnar the Barbarian.
From what?
Yeah.
Ragnar the Barbarian.
Yeah,
Oh,
from, Fallout.
yeah.
No, there's that, but there's also a very old game called Ragnar the Barbarian. I'm almost positive it's like a really old NES game.
Yeah, spectator is what he is. It's this thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wiggly wiggly eye stalks, bro.
Oh right, and that giant tongue.
what-
I totally
what,
forgot he had a giant tongue.
Yeah.
What,
That's why I talk like this sometimes, bro.
Are they lawful neutral?
Lawful neutral.
Yeah.
And they're aberrations. That's the word I was thinking of. Because they can be summoned in from different planes.
Right.
So yeah,
From the
boss,
eyeball
like,
plate.
So I could run the front, or I'd prefer to be in the middle. But if you need me up front, I could do it.
I mean, maybe
Honestly,
you
what-
should stick in the middle if the Skelleboys are going up front.
Well,
Because then
Yeah.
it gives
Yeah.
a little bit more coverage.
It's just more so we need somebody up there to tell Crystal, hey, they're cool.
Plus, theoretically, we'll be in back, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that broad was pretty hot. I won't mind going and chatting her up.
Which one?
Crystal.
Oh, you're gonna
You
go
see-
chat up
You see the way that her sap was dripping? She's so good. Her bark was so smooth.
I mean, I totally
She
saw
was
that, but I
definitely
wasn't bragging
freshly planed.
Okay, you have fun with that.
Do I have to fight him?
I bury him in the mud.
Hey guys, it's really
I'm gonna have to fight Wilbur for Crystal's love.
Plus, it wouldn't be a fight at all. We crushed his dick. All right, so yeah, you guys go ahead. We'll keep Gloppy.
Of course.
Yeah.
We shouldn't break up the band. I mean, we work good together.
Yeah.
I mean, we're breaking up the band, but we shouldn't break
Don't
up
say that.
the band.
we'll join back again. We're just doing like two
I'm-
shows at the same time.
I'm just saying, like, we work well together. Like, our weaknesses are covered by each other's strengths. And
Or
if
like,
we separate,
My
that's not there
strength
anymore.
covers all of your guys' weaknesses.
That's pretty much it. I just
Choo-choo.
Yeah. Oh, also, quick question, Judge.
Is there anywhere that you can like open up that Professor Fluffykins can be when we're like in a battle, so he doesn't get killed?
You've got like a little animal kennel down in one of your legs, where
That's like
it's
protected.
for like small cats, chinchillas.
As long as it doesn't get hot, if I don't step in fire, then yeah, it'd be fine.
it's pretty well insulated. It can hold it for a few turns.
Also, here's my rocket thrusters. So if you want to go to the moon,
Also, mini juice bar.
yeah, right.
You've got a Keurig in your other shoulder. I don't remember what was on the other shoulder, but if there's a Keurig in the
Well, I got a
opposing.
vacuum.
Well,
attachment.
he has a dead rugged smothering on one
Yeah.
of his shoulders.
Oh god, I forgot about that. So cool.
It impaled itself, and you just have a rugged smothering that's hanging there like half a cape.
That's right. You have spikes.
Yeah.
Judge is so badass.
Yeah, dude, like you came back into town, burst through the front gate,
Yeah.
and then transformed into
Change formed.
change formed back into the shape they were used to. But now you're like decked out. You've got this like rug of smothering covered in blood.
Honestly, I was imagining Judge made out of like rocks and stone before,
Yep.
and now I imagine him made out of black iron like a train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming you're
I'm assuming
changing
metal.
each night when
Like,
you're
like,
resting.
Fall-
It's like you
Evolving.
stopped being a rock. You just
Yeah,
are just
yeah.
giant metal man now. I'm just all metal
Yep. With a cape.
with a cape.
Yeah, but it's
that's
a
a dead
one
thing.
shoulder
Yeah.
Yeah,
cape.
it's a one.
So it's like the old like.
it's like a Ezio Auditore.
Yeah,
cape.
yeah.
Like, it
Yeah.
just
Friends,
goes to-
the bourgeois.
It's like the Renaissance.
Yeah, so it's just like the one on. So when you walk,
It's the one that hides your weapons under
yeah.
it.
So when you walk, you just kind of like move it to the side. So
It
then
hides
your
my
arms are
vacuum
there.
cleaner.
Hides your vacuum
You like
cleaner
you use
attachment.
it like you'll go into people's houses or castles and stuff and like see dust and you use it to kind of obscure your cleaning while talking to the king like yes king and you're just getting aggravated because you can't reach over far enough.
For some, your maid protocols are
Yeah.
still active and they're hard to shut off.
Yeah. Love it.
You begin to see the townspeople moving out.
Cool.
The-
I say, townspeople, roll out.
no you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You say townspeople slide on tracks with round objects out.
No, townspeople, choo choo.
No, wait. Townspeople, velocity forward.
Velocity backwards. Wait, no, forward.
All right, and they begin leaving.
Velocity
Townspeople.
sounds like an elven name,
No,
almost.
townspeople,
Velocity.
change your
Velocity's
momentum.
Velocity's my
Momentum
cousin.
change.
Perfect. We should really, once this podcast kicks off, we'll like the next project will be our own TV show. Change formers, different than they were before.
Transformers, momentum change. Forward.
TM.
I don't know if you can copyright a fair use of a copyright.
All right. It takes a good amount of time to get everybody on the road and moving out.
I want to be hyper vigilant, like at the gate that they're leaving through, kind of like Bastion. Do you want me to roll like a perception?
You mean a change former into a Gatling gun
Yeah.
mount check? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh,
So
You turn into a turret.
the last part of the caravan has left the town. They're in the distance, and with the darkness that's been there, you can see some of their torchlight, kind of just barely starting to flicker out of vision range.
Why are we not immediately behind them?
I don't know. Why are you not immediately behind them? I thought you were
I thought we were staying.
Why
to,
would we stay in the town?
to make sure we don't see the zombies coming, so we can stop them?
Well, the zombies can show up.
I thought we discussed this. We're not leaving until everybody's gone.
Everyone's gone though. Everyone's gonzo.
Sort of.
what do you mean, sort of?
Interesting.
We didn't evacuate.
We have to kill each other.
We didn't evacuate the retirement home.
Leave them
Really?
build.
Should have that been like the first thing you evacuated?
No.
All able-bodied men and women.
Yeah.
So
and
these are
children.
disabled-bodied men and women.
Can we just put them out of their misery then?
There's only 6 of them.
Oh, okay.
Definitely just put them out of the misery, right?
Selenia is there with them right now.
Put them out of
Why?
their misery.
Why have you
knock her
done this
out.
to us? Why was she?
Why did she leave this important information? Why didn't you tell us about the retirement home? We could have started.
As you guys are kind of hounding in on Greyhound, you hear Polini in the distance. Greyhound! They're here!
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, no shit.
And that's where we'll end this week.
I dead arm Greyhound again.
You just like angrily stomp like, we could have avoided this. All right.
I rolled a
Why-
20.
Wiley just takes his cat claws and like does that
Yeah,
stupid
by the way, you're
cat
20.
scratch.
You notice at the south end of town,
Because we're at the north.
Yep. So at the south end of town, where there's the Spire of Age, where all the old people hang out, there seems to be a swarm of some sort of creatures or something at the
Hopefully
base.
it's not bees.
Buzz, buzz, mother buzzer. Bees, the only insects that censor themselves. Insect sensors. Incensors. No, okay. No, that
Yep.
sounds so close to
Incel. These
incestors.
are very good dice, James.
What?
These are very good dice.
Are those the ones I got you for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine haven't been good at all. They haven't got above a 14.
That's not terrible.
Mine got a 15 today.
But you see creatures swarming there.
I unswarm them with my Gatling gun.
Oh, that's right. You're in Bastion mode. And with that, we'll be back next week with a new episode.
And I'll be Island Boy.
What was that?
He'll be
I'll be
Island Boy.
Island Boy.
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to
It's all like
like and
fuckery.
subscribe
Wow. Wow.
on
And
YouTube.
Wow.
And also,
Will we even be posted on YouTube?
I'll still put them on YouTube, but by the time this episode comes out, we should be well into having our episodes online through Spotify, iTunes, etc. Please leave a review or a like or a favorite, something.
Or 5-star review,
Yeah,
because
they
we're
are
amazing.
super important for
Extremely.
small stuff. We don't really advertise outside of word of mouth and Facebook friends and forcing people to listen to it at work.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much you guys are the only way we can get anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So love us.
run us that favor, and as always, I'm James,
I'm Brown Vito.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Chelsea.
and this has been Room and Bard. Don't forget to subscribe on Patreon to get access to the morning aftercast, which we record
Right now.
in about 2 minutes here.
Yeah. If we remember.
Patreon.com/gentleman games.
Not plural, just a singular.
Man games. Gentle
Man
man
games.
games.
Genital
MAN.
games.
Genital
games.
games.
Genital touchy.
Trademark.
Mark trade.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
A Gentleman Games podcast.